Alright guys, welcome back to another Wuthering Waves update video on the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the kit details for one of the hype upcoming 2.4 banner characters. This video will feature all of the CARTETHYIA pre-release kit details. She is definitely one of the most hyped up characters in Wuthering Waves with her game-breaking animations that we saw, and let's see if she has a game-breaking kit. Now keep in mind, what we're about to see is a small preview of her kit and not the full thing, but still let's see what CARTETHYIA is about as a AERO main DPS character that could potentially shake up the meta for Wuthering Waves, and given how they made her animations and especially her second ult animations, which looks pretty insane, it'll most likely be the hardest hitting ultimate in the entire game. And also, if you guys want to be kept updated on everything WUWA, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Put those notifications on for the 24/7 updates. And also, just to mention, I did take a break for a few days, but we're back to it. And as previously mentioned, I'm still going to be doing and giving out some free Luna subscriptions giveaway for hitting 19,000 subscribers. And I'll be choosing a subscriber in the comments to win a free giveaway on this video to help you guys hopefully save up for these upcoming banners because they do look quite insane. We have quite the lineup. We have CARTETHYIA, Lupa coming right after, and then we're speculating that finally FRULOVA is going to drop in 2.5, which would be pretty insane if they do so. So that is a lot of characters to pull. But alright, now to focus on the CARTETHYIA and her pre-release kit details. So I believe we have only a few things about CARTETHYIA. This is not her full kit, but we still have a good amount of stuff that came out. So let's read it over and see what CARTETHYIA is all about. Alright, so we have the kit here. So the Resonance Liberation, we all know this is going to be her transformation. She does the boss form transformation after using the Resonance Liberation, as it says here. And then she gains a bunch of new stuff. She gains a new combat form, reducing her own HP to 50% of her max HP. That is actually surprising. So she loses 50% of her HP upon entering this new form. And then she enters something called Manifestation State for 12 seconds when her HP is below 50%. No HP is consumed while in the manifestation state. Very interesting. But she does gain some pretty insane buffs, because here it says that she gains 60% increase in AERO damage bonus. That is quite high. And when the attacks hit a target, she will then accumulate something called Determination. And the Determination here, it says when reaches 120 points, tapping Resonance Liberation allow her to unleash the Resonance Liberation Rolling Tidal Storm Blade. That's quite a crazy name. But this is how you gain the second ultimate. The ultimate with the insane animations. So once you reach 120 Determination, you can then use this crazy ult as a finisher to defeat the enemy. Alright, and then it says here, if Determination is below 120 points when you tap it, she then reverts back to her normal form, her base form, and then during the manifestation state using Resonance Liberation, listen to Knight's Heartfelt Prayer, that is the first ult, does not consume resonance energy, and then the additional effects when she possesses Heart of Human Rights, and she is in the manifestation state, the fourth hit of FRULOVA's normal attack, she will summon a force field that slows down enemies within the range. She then gains increased resistance to interruption while airborne, and this state is then removed when the manifestation ends. Now we have a few more things to cover here. This Resonance Liberation is actually pretty long. It might be the longest in the game, but there's so much to it with the different forms and different ultimates. So we have a few more things here. So here it says, when FRULOVA possesses Will of Divine Rights and is in the manifestation state, within a certain radius around FRULOVA, the triggered interval of wind erosion effects on target is reduced by 50%, and damage taken from wind erosion effects is accrued by 50%. And then it will be removed when the state ends. And then here, this next part, when she possesses power of heterodox rights. So there's a lot of different effects to keep in mind here. So this new effect is when the fourth hit of her normal attack, the third hit of her aerial attack, and her resonance skill Tide Splitting Wave Breaker immediately trigger wind erosion once, and after triggering, the current wind erosion stack count is reduced by 1 as well. And then this effect is once removed when the manifestation state ends. Now we have some additional notes. While she's transformed, grappling hooks cannot be used. Using other exploration tools will revert her to her base form. And then FRULOVA can also walk on water. While on water, she continuously consumes stamina. So you basically can be on water forever with the second form. You can't drown since she consumes stamina non-stop. That is pretty crazy. So this is going to be a really good mechanic for traversing water. And now there's the transformation mechanics as well, so we have details on that. The transformation, while she's in the form, if determination is below 120, tapping Resonance Liberation temporarily transforms her into the base form, her CARTETHYIA, and this can be executed mid-air. Now for the boss form transformation, during the manifestation state, if she uses Resonance Liberation, she can immediately retransform into it without consuming resonance energy. This can also be used mid-air. I'm sure once the gameplay is out, this will be a little more obvious to see what all these different effects do. But last thing to cover here is using Resonance Liberation, Roaring Tidal Stormblade, which is the second ult, restores 70% of her max HP and deals AERO damage in a straight line ahead. Oh yeah, so that was the cool thing we saw in the official gameplay. When she does her big ultimate, there's like a line that goes through the whole map, so that was pretty insane to see. From the looks of it, it seems that this attack has a pretty long hitbox, so you probably can snipe enemies across the map with it. I'm interested to see what the clips are going to come out from this. This is going to be really fun to see. And now next thing is upon hitting a target, all existing wind erosion stacks on the target are cleared, and before damage is dealt for each stack of wind erosion on the target, the damage taken increased by 20%, up to 5 stacks, and can be executed mid-air. Alright, so that was a kit preview for CARTETHYIA. Crazy character. She's going to be possibly the most broken character in the game. Well, right now it is hard to tell if she's going to be power creep in terms of kit, but there's definitely power creep in terms of animations, which is always nice to see. The only thing I wish I had access to is the multipliers. I really want to see the multipliers on her ultimate. I'm really thinking it's like going to be way higher than our average ult multipliers just because of the animations. It sets a really high standard to what this ult is going to do. It seems like it's going to be the hardest hitting move in the entire game. So this is why I'm really curious to see what are the multipliers, because without the multipliers it's kind of hard to gauge whether or not she's going to be completely busted or if she's going to be balanced. But I believe Kuro has done a very good job so far of balancing the characters. Like, you know, the gap between the 1.0 characters and 2.0 characters isn't that big, and the old characters can still be usable and clear the entire game. So with that, I would say they should do a pretty good job balancing this unit. But so far, she does kind of look like Jinsei 2.0, so maybe we'll see once the full kit is out. It'll be a little more apparent of how broken this character is or how balanced she's going to be. You guys let me know down below in the comments. Do you think this character is going to be completely busted, be a really big power creep to the game, or do you think they'll balance her correctly? Let me know down below what you think, or if you're going to pull for this character, let me know down below. I'm definitely pulling. Always been a fan of the transformation characters, and we've done this character quite amazing. So yeah, this will conclude the pre-release kit preview for CARTETHYIA, and if anything else comes up, I'll have you guys covered right here on the channel. Like the video, subscribe if you enjoyed, and also remember to enter the giveaway. I'll put the rules down below in the comments and description for you guys, and also feel free to join my Discord. The link will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.